Okay guys, I have a question, and this question is going out to anyone that's built fuel cells or fuel tanks before. I'm working on this car. It's a mid-engine configuration, and I'm getting ready to start working on some fuel tanks. The fuel tanks will sit in this area here on each side of the engine, one over here and one here. Each tank will be basically rectangular from here to just short of interfering with the engine, the air conditioner compressor, and the alternator power steering pump pulleys on this side. The rectangular tanks will have a sloped front because the firewall behind the seats is sloped, and the top will be just wide enough for a fitting. One side, one tank will have a fitting for the fuel filler to come down into, and what I want to do is make a crossover tube between these two tanks. Each of these two tanks will be somewhere around, let's see, 6 or 7 gallons apiece, something in that neighborhood. And I want to put a crossover tube, a 2-inch tube, by welding a 2-inch flange on each tank and running and connecting the tube with some kind of a fastener, probably just a hose clamp or something similar. But what are your thoughts on running a 2-inch tube from tank to tank in front of this engine? It'll be all the way down as low as I can get it, of course, for the fuel to transfer from tank to tank. And it'll be in front of any of the engine and pulleys, and just behind these hose connections, there'll be 4 of these hoses for a radiator and heater core. But I want to go under these tubes, just behind these connections, and just in front of this engine, across here. Does anyone see any issues with that? Something possibly rubbing, cutting through this connecting tube, or with heat being so close to the engine, or any other possible problems that anyone can foresee before I start working on this? Would appreciate any feedback. Thanks guys.